Hello and welcome to another video by Day Night Gaming. In this video I'd like to cover patch notes 5.57 for the MMORPG known as Final Fantasy XIV in the Shadowbringers Expansion. Now with Endwalker's expansion looming on the horizon, coming out late November with patch 6.0, what this current patch is basically Square Enix opening up the floodgates so that the players can go out and get as much gear as they want to get for this expansion before the Endwalker's expansion hits. So one of the things that they changed is they changed the weekly restriction on rewards obtained from coffers from Eden's Promise Savage. So instead of being limited to one per week, players can basically farm over and over again and get as much as they want until they finish up all their sets. So they're not limited to one per week, which is really great. Aside from that, they've also been granted Echo, so every time a party wipes, they will get a small increase in their buffs to help them down the monsters. Also, for the Near raid, the Near Alliance raid, the tower at Paradigm's Breach, while it doesn't state it right here, I believe the same restriction on coffers has been removed, just like Eden's Promise Savage, so players can farm over and over again the tower at Paradigm's Breach and quickly obtain whatever armor that they want to obtain. And also from that, the weekly limitation on Algan Tomestones of Elevation have been increased to 900, up from 450. And that's really big because now you can pretty much get at least one piece of gear every week instead of maybe having to wait 2 weeks to get a body or a leg. Now you are still capped at 900 per week, but that's still much better than what it was before. And for me, the biggest change that was implemented is this one right here. The number of time-worn artifacts received upon completing Delibrum Reginae has been increased from 1 to 3. This is really big, because one of the things I was annoyed about when it came to farming resistance weapons is, if you look here, if you were at stage 5, you needed to get 15 time-worn artifacts, and you were only getting 1 per Delibrum Reginae. That means you needed to run this raid 15 times for stage 15. But if you were on stage 6 farming another weapon, so let's say you're doing both stage 5 and stage 6 simultaneously on 2 different weapons, if you were farming Delibrum Reginae for both stages, you were getting 2 raw motions per clear, as you can see here. 2 raw motions. So you had to do half the amount of Delibrum Reginae to complete your stage 6 weapon, which means you were getting gated behind stage 5. You were progressing through stage 5 much slower than you were at stage 6. Now, you're going faster. So you can quickly get out of stage 5 and then have access to stage 6 for whatever weapons you're doing. So instead of having to run 15 Delibrum Reginae for stage 5, now you only have to run 5 of them, which is really, really big. That's a much quicker advancement, because having to run 15 of them per stage 5 for stage 5 was a grind. It took quite a long time. You were basically going to spend 30 to 50 minutes for every run. Anyways, with this new change, people are going to be able to farm up their resistant weapons much faster, which is really good. It's going to want to incentivize people to actually start completing more weapons, so we're going to get more people working on Delibrum Reginae. You're going to get more people trying to tech up, which is going to make getting parties much easier. Anyways, I don't normally do patch notes. I don't normally cover this, but I do cover them when I think they're a really big patch. And while there are very few patch notes with this one, I think these changes are really big, so I wanted to get this information out there to all my viewers. So for everyone who's watching, happy hunting, happy farming, good luck, and hopefully you get everything you want to get before the Endwalker's expansion arrives.